The greatest StarCraft 2 players in South Korea have come out to play. The first season of the 2024 GSL has found its final 8. With keen strategies and build orders, familiar names have risen to the top of their respective divisions in the first group stage. It comes as no surprise to see returning GSL champion and record holder Maru come out swinging in the live tournament, scoring 2 series wins over 6 games. Taking on an all-Zerg lineup worked in his favour. In his tie-breaking matchup against Tsu in the season's opening series, he marched upon the battlefield Oceanborn with Hellbats in the front line and Marines in the back, securing an aggressive 6.5-minute win.
He's just going to end this game. There's no way. I am never quite.
Later that evening, Maru cemented his lead against Shin to take the leading position in Group A. Resources ran dry on the map of Sight Delta, and when Shin only had Zerglings left to make a counter-offensive, Maru reminded the world why he is number 1.
He's got so many ghosts too, and there's enough tanks. And the Hellbats, really, I mean, that's all you need against this many Zerglings.
The Hellbats alone could win this fight.
Yeah.
Wow, what a game from Maru.
Dude, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe it!
Shin later proved his worth, surviving 2 doses of Zerg on Zerg onslaught. He defeated both DRG and Su in 2-0 victories to claim the second qualifying position for his group. Protoss prevailed in Group B when Stats put an end to Dark and Classic to earn the mantle of leader for his division. Motherships, Tempests and Stalkers saw Stats win the base race in his tiebreaker against Dark. With his Broodlords cut from the sky, the Master of Zerg handed the series over to Stats. It was a different story in the conflict against Classic, where on the map of Golden Aura, the Protoss in Blue's proxy warp gate was shut down. With defense being the best offense, Stats won the Zealot-infused counterattack.
Stalkers Classic forced to blink back behind his mineral line, trying to get any extra surface area advantage that he can, but everything is falling one by one. The charge slots getting on top of all of the stalkers. You cannot blink back anymore, Classic. That is going to be that.
Redemption was found in Game 3 of the elimination match, where Oracles caused a serious problem for Dark. Classic's army of Archons, Zealots and Stalkers minced through the Zerg player's base, awarding him with GSL progression. It was a tale of 2 Terrans over in Group C, as the talented Bjarn raised the roof for the top spot, beating out Creator and Gumio for a flawless group stage run. Creator had Bjarn on the ropes during their second game when he deployed a counter-attack with Zealots and Colossi. With SCVs as meat shields, Marauders got into position to eliminate the threat, sealing the deal for the Terran star. The early fight was brought to Gumio's base in the winners match when Bjarn went all in. Marines, siege tanks, Vikings and a Liberator assaulted the high ground to strike the Terran in blue when he was most vulnerable.
Now one tank already fallen.
By the way,
Gumio is repairing these 2 now.
Stim is almost done. Stim is almost done. He's going to land the Vikings, just a tank.
Stim is done here for Gumio, but he only has 2 Marines on the map. I mean, these siege tanks are getting so much work in the Liberator, sieging up again.
Yun is too good.
The elimination match saw Gumio rise up to take the group's second-seeded position. Medivac drops chipped away at Nightmare before Gumio ultimately won the war of attrition. And to round out the Season 1 GSL Top 8, Terran elite Cure entered the group stage with 1 goal in mind: entertaining thousands, while he secured a perfect 4-game scorecard on the last day of group stage competition. A proxy factory leading into many probe kills was the play of the series, when Cure took apart Hero for a Game 2 win. In the TVT winners match, Cure controlled Ryang's lower ground expansion, resulting in a crippled economy for the Terran in red. there was simply nothing Ryung could do to regain lost ground.
And I think this is going to be one of these 1-2 punch games. I think punch 2 inbound right now. All right, he's going to come in again, but now there's Marines that can stim in.
Yeah, what a build by Cure. I mean, Ryung is just trying to go for it from all sides right now, but tripled in supply. GG is called. Cure to advance. He's delaying the mining coming in.
With one last spot remaining in the GSL round of 8, Group D's only Protoss player, Hero, came back with a glorious run against both Solar and Ryung to qualify. It was a breathtaking series all round, but in the tie-breaking match for tournament progression, Hero's timing was everything. His main army may have been hit badly, but consistent smaller groups of zealots made it impossible for Ryung to keep his resources afloat. These 8 talented players will now face off in the second group stage. Only 4 will pass the trial, leading into a must-watch fight for survival in the playoffs over on the Africa TV Esports YouTube channel.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing esport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.